What's up, Saltcasters? We just had Ashllxyy on the podcast. I'm not sure if you've heard about this player or not. He's recently risen to prominence. A top ones player, I believe at the time of recording, top 5 on the ones leaderboard. Somebody who's taken games off some of the best ones players in the world. He has yet to beat O'Callaghan ranked, though. He did say that. And of course, the interesting thing about this all is not just that he's a great player, but also that he plays with one hand. He was born with only one hand. So he holds the controller in a very interesting way, hits the buttons with his chin. It's mad, honestly. The whole thing is mad. But really cool podcast. He's a young player. He's 15 years old. We got to get into the details of how he plays, what his situation is, generally that he's been streaming, and that's a new thing, and how everybody's been very cool to him in the Rocket League community. So it was a really great conversation, one I definitely think you're going to enjoy. Thanks for coming on the podcast, man. First off, we'd like to ask this question, but what are you salty about?
Ones. I hate the new update.
You hate the new update. What did they do to ones? What did they do?
Because they reset the rank to my rank to 1600, so I never got a game. So like the placement matches, it took me days to finish them. Just 1600.
Really?
Why did they do that? I thought they reset you to 1300, but no, they just reset you to 1600 now, apparently, which is very stupid in my opinion.
Did you used to get that, kind of long queue back in the day, or back before the reset? Was it that bad?
No, it used to be. It used to be like 5-10 minutes, but then since the update, it's been like 20-30 minutes just to get a game, and then I'd get like 1400, and then if I lose, I'll lose like 25 points, but if I win, I get like 7. So it's really.
Do you think it's because apparently Jack is now dodging you because he used to queue up ones all the time, but now you've actually started beating him enough that he's like, not worth it, so I'm just going to stop queuing ones, and then you never get a game. He used to be half of the games, but he's dodging. Is that it?
Yeah. Jack's just free. He's like scared of me. That's I don't know why.
Oh, I love it. People, I've casted a lot of Ashllxyy's games at this point because Jack actually, he's the one who brought you to my attention and to a lot of people's attention. He had a lot of experience playing against you for a long time, and then he tweeted out that he just found out that you're actually playing with one hand, and not because you just wanted to make it difficult on yourself on purpose, but because that is the only way you can play. So do you want to explain? Because I'm sure there's some people watching. So straight away, we'll just get you to do the explanation rather than me do it badly, because I usually have to badly explain this, and I don't know what exactly is going on. So you can do a better job.
I'm really bad at explaining this as well because it's natural, so it's kind of hard to explain. But the easy way to say it is, I've got a left hand, so I don't have a right hand, so I don't use my chin for the stick, for one. So I use my chin for all the right side of the buttons, so X, circle, square, and triangle. Yeah, and then I use obviously my left hand for L2, L1, L3, all the left side of the controller. And then basically I've got like a quarter of an arm, right? Like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I use that to click R2. And that's literally
you actually, I thought you only held the controller. So you actually use that to press input as well.
Look, I do that.
Demonstrate.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
That is absolutely crazy.
So are you actually default buttons then?
Pretty much. Except from the arrow buttons.
Man, interesting.
Oh, do you use arrow left, right?
Yep, both. Yeah, wow. You kind of have to nowadays. I feel like if you don't use it, you're kind of behind.
And I don't know if it's too much for me to ask, but were you born with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're pretty used to it by now. How old are you, by the
way? 15. Just 15. 15. Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
The pro Rocket League age. And
it's going down.
Yeah, one's players have been pretty hot commodities recently because I think people have realized, okay, well, they've got the best mechanics, and if you can just pick up a one's player with a good mentality and, put in the work, just learning how to play with them and getting them to learn how to play with you, then you're onto a winning strategy. So, yeah, looking pretty good. Is that the goal for next season? You're going to try and get into a consistent team?
Obviously that's like the main goal, but you never know, because I'm terrible at threes. Because I just can't play threes. Ranked anyway. Ranked threes is terrible.
It is, yeah.
I think that's a really corollary for playing pro threes, though. Do you think so?
And then rank B 6 months is even. I feel like it should be a bit higher, but it's kind of hard to get out because you have 2 teammates.
The teammates are the problem. we all have the same issues, guys. Everybody's like, yeah, I can relate. I also have problems with my 2 teammates. So you're you're a man of the people, really. Everybody's gonna be able to relate to you now.
Yeah.
So let's rewind. We wanted to start. We will rewind to the start of the podcast. But I think it makes sense to start in the present, and then we can rewind now that we've got context. So. Yep. You said you were born with 1 arm, and obviously that's all you've ever known. Have you ever had like a prosthetic arm or anything at all?
A what?
A prosthetic arm, like what do you call it?
Oh, a prosthetic. Yeah. I have had one. But
you have. Okay.
They're not very advanced enough for me yet because like there's only the basic movements you can actually do. Like you can just open the arm and close the arm. You can't really do anything you can do with a real arm. It's not very like realistic, if that makes sense. It's just very robotic.
So you wouldn't use that? Do you just not bother with that at all? Because obviously you've obviously got quite precise movements figured out without any help at all. You press all of the buttons on the Rocket League controller using just your arm, your chin, and your hand that you do have. So, but in all aspects of life, you just don't use any kind of. There's no prosthetic limb at all.
I did try it when I was very young, but I was just kind of forced to wear it by like my teachers, and it just didn't make me enjoy it. So I just didn't want to wear it anymore.
That makes sense.
That's really interesting. I had a roommate in university who was studying prosthetics and orthotics, and I was always really curious about this because I think it's becoming more advanced now, it sounds like now it's becoming more advanced. But do you think that you'll ever bother with that, or are you just like you've got it figured out? I mean, you're pretty good at Rocket League, but have you just got everything figured out now? You're like, yeah, I'm good. Like
it will be something I'd look into in the future, like when I'm older, like when I'm in my 20s or when I'm 18 or whatever, because like I might actually need it for like a job or something when I'm older. But I've not really looked at it recently because there's been like no point. I just go to school, come home, play Rocket League, sleep, repeat. I don't really need it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Did you play any other games competitively before this, or is this your first hurrah?
I've never been really good, like really, really good at any games, really. I was alright at COD and stuff like that, but not as good as I am at Rocket League.
Interesting. How long have you been playing? What was the start for you? Like
I started when the game first came out, pretty much. Like a month after it came out, because it was free to play on PS4, I think. And I just got it from there. Because my friends recommended it, and I would start playing from there.
Yeah, nice. I actually, I heard about that because, again, Jack said that he remembered playing you on PS4. He remembered, oh, this guy was good in PS4. Oh, now he's on PC, and he's gotten really good. So, had you been streaming for a while before you kind of blew up recently with the publicity that Jack put out there? Although I think it's totally just the reveal almost. Jack's like, oh, by the way, everybody, you should check this out. And sometimes shout outs like that happen, and people are like, yeah, sure, whatever. But in your case, everybody was like, wait, what? Hold up, I got to go see this. I think everybody's really inspired and amazed by what you've accomplished. Was that like ever something you thought about? Were you just like messing around with streaming, not really thinking it would go anywhere?
I actually only streamed twice before I got shouted out.
Really?
Yeah. My first stream I played Fairy. Loads of people came in from Fairy stream. And then the second day I started streaming. And then Jack just shouted me out. And then it just kind of just blew up really fast and overwhelmed. It was very overwhelming at the very start because like everything just popped off in like a week.
So wow. I mean,
can you say more about that? Like, how was it overwhelming? Like
my phone wouldn't work because it was that, it just didn't work because every 2 seconds a notification would come through. So I just kind of give up using my phone for like a day or two because it just wouldn't work. It was very overwhelming because like.
Did you have follow notifications on your phone?
Yeah, I had every notification on because I wasn't very big, so I had every notification on, everything. So like over 1,000 notifications the first day, it was I couldn't do
Yeah,
anything.
you're trying to like just call somebody. You're like, oh, for goodness sake, I can't because it's just
Yeah.
follow,
Yeah, yeah.
follow.
Like
It's
I
like
put my
cute
phone.
feedback.
Like I took my phone downstairs, put my phone on the table because I was eating, and my mum was like, "What the hell's happening to your phone?" Like, it was just,
We've got to take that thing into the store, man. It's broken.
but yeah.
What were your expectations for when you're streaming? Were you nervous about it at all? Like, I don't know, do you get self-conscious about it and presenting
Yeah,
yourself?
I was kind of nervous because like I didn't know I'd get so much support. I kind of thought there'd be a few haters here and there, but
Yeah.
I actually haven't got any haters. Like I've not seen one negative message, honestly. Like
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I think that's probably because you're pretty intimidating. Like, I wouldn't fuck with you, I don't think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's too good at the game. They're like, wait, he's actually like, okay, this is probably something that is really amazing to me. Like, obviously, in sports, there's things like the Paralympics, and it's a different like field of athletes completely from the Olympics athletes. But and you sometimes see this in esports and in video games as well. Like, someone will get a ridiculously high rank in a game, or they'll complete a game with some form of physical disability, and it's usually like a different, it'll be like a separate achievement almost. I don't think I've ever seen something like what you've done, which is just taking the same game, taking the exact same game mode 1v1 in Rocket League against the best players in the world, and you're actually just as good as them, and there's no discernible difference. Watching you play, no one would know. No one would be able to tell that you're playing with one hand and they're playing with two hands, because your mechanics are ridiculous, and I think you've shown already a lot of people what is possible. But did you realize that this was possible when you started playing, or did you feel like you're always going to have a disadvantage? Did you think that you'd be able to get top 10 consistently, take games off anybody?
When I first started the game, I actually started playing my feet, so there was a disadvantage with that. Like, so I was on like bronze in season 1, obviously, because everyone was terrible back in season 1, but I was even worse. So I was like 0 MMR. I remember like 10 MMR. I think I was on peak or something like that. I couldn't win.
How do you play with your feet? Like, what's the specifics of that? How would you?
I can't actually remember, but I used to play my feet. I don't actually remember because like I tried doing it. I've tried doing it again before. I'm like, how have I done this before? Like, I don't get. Like, I don't know how I did click multiple buttons at the same time because I think I just used my foot to click R2, but like I don't. And then I used to like use claw with my toe to click the buttons.
Cool. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
So
Claw grip with the foot. That's
yeah.
That's such a brilliant idea.
I kind of had to stop though because like, I just kept getting cramps in my feet because
Yeah, I bet.
yeah. Too many.
Is that why you made the transition to like the way that you're playing now, or were there multiple iterations along the way? Is this like V5, or what is this like a version 2? What is this?
Honestly, I don't remember switching to this. I don't remember when I started switching to this or how I started playing like this. Like, yeah, I just one day I woke up and I was just playing like this. It's weird.
Okay,
I can't remember.
That's crazy. That's so cool. Yeah, I think if one thing that I would say for your stream, you could think about, well, I think you really should think about getting, as some people use a second camera for the keyboard or a second camera for the controller just so people can see. I mean, people want to see, how do you do that? I mean, back in the day, everybody's asking, how do you do that spin thing? So he like took a video of his, his hands on the controller. Just this is how he does it, because people want to know. So I'm sure there's lots of people out there in the exact same position as you are, born with one arm, or have something happen to their one of their arms, and now they can only play with one hand, and they're probably thinking, I need to know how to do that. This is like taking it to the whole next level. Not only are you showing that you can play the game and actually do all of the inputs, but you can play it to the very highest level. So people, there's going to be people out there who really want to see exactly what you're doing. Is that something you've like looked into?
I was thinking about it, but I don't know how I'd do it because my chin covers most of the controller, right? Because I'm playing with my chin. But like, I was trying to think how to do it, and I just couldn't think about like how could I get a camera close enough so they can see the controller and understand what's going on without my chin being in the way. So
It would have to be very specific. It would probably have to be, slightly in front of you, to the side, slightly
to the
above.
back, it's like,
Maybe you could just record. I
angle.
mean, the next best thing is you could record a video, like have like somebody on your phone, your mom or something, or like a family member, record something of you playing, and then you can put it up and you can explain what's going on or whatever. But I do think that'd be really interesting. That would be really interesting for a lot of people. Have you has anybody else presented themselves to you that is like has a disability that's similar or something that plays Rocket League through the this bump in fame?
I've got a few DMs saying I play like people who play like with one arm and stuff like that, but I've asked a few how they play. None of them play like me, I don't think, properly, because certain people have different lengths of like arm they've not got and stuff like that. It's like different.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I have been DM'd like a few people who I've played with one arm.
Have you seen the Xbox like adaptive controllers before?
I looked at it for a few like minutes, but I didn't really I didn't really get how I'd use it.
Yeah.
Controllers are so much more natural now because like I just started using it. I've started using it for like 6-7 years, but now like I've looked at them controllers and they're really cool. You can like map any button to any like pad or whatever. I've seen, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it seems like to use one of those, you'd probably just have to get it and then like mess around with it and be like, okay, is this actually improving things for me? I guess like in continuing on that, are there any things in particular that are like way harder for you than for other players? I mean, generally speaking, it seems like everything, but maybe there's like a particular mechanic or a particular thing that's just like particularly like difficult.
Yeah, there is one, but I can do it to a certain extent, but my chin kind of gets tired. Do you know the wall dash where you can keep on wall dashing over and over and over?
Yeah, I can imagine.
I can do it to a decent level, but I can't do it around the pitch like 9 times and stuff like that.
You can go around the pitch 9 times. Oh man, that's not very far.
I love it. You're like, I can only do it to a decent level, but after 9 laps of the field, I'm like, you've got exceptionally high standards, that's for sure.
No, but I want to be able to do it the whole way, like over until I want to stop, like
Yeah.
But my chin just gets tired. Apparently, it just sleeps.
Are people using that mechanic like effectively in game, like often?
I use it, but
I've seen
I only use it a few times. But there's no real need for it unless you have no boost. Like, Like, I only use it when I've got no boost on the wall and I need to get to the ball quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I've not really seen any other ways to use it.
What about ones like drew you in? Why did you decide to be a ones main?
I don't actually. I think because I'd seen some videos of saying people who like play ones and they got everything down to a T. Like they can do almost anything in any situation. So I was like, maybe I was like, maybe I should like do that because it'll make me a completely better player. And when I made ones in the first season, I went to Grand Champ. I was like Champ 2 and 2s. Got to Grand Champ in ones. I played 2s and I instantly shopped like 1700-1800 because got the core mechanics of ones.
And these days more than ever, actually. I've been trying to, encourage Pro 3s players and even just fans who aren't interested in 1v1. Now the ones meta really is anything goes, like anything is viable because recovery mechanics are so advanced that any kind of shot is probably a legitimate strategy. Even like a year and a half, 2 years ago, a lot of things weren't on the table unless you wanted to take a big risk because recoveries just weren't there. If you went for a huge air dribble or a big ceiling shot, you were pretty all in. If it doesn't work, you're probably getting scored on. But these days, players can realize, okay, this air dribble's not working, this ceiling shot's not working, this flip reset play is not working. It's fine. I'll just take the ball down with me and recover. No big deal. And they, maybe steal a boost, maybe still have an advantageous position. So is that something you're trying to push the boundaries of with you're going for double resets now on the regular?
Yeah, I try double resets because they're pretty unreadable because they are readable to a certain extent, but I've noticed that people find it really hard to save them, and triples like the most you could probably do, but it's viable because I've hit a few triples in ranked,
easy.
That's the Yeah.
One day they'll be readable. I mean, when flip resets first came out, nobody could read them because nobody was doing it. So if somebody just pulled off a flip reset, the defender would be in the wrong position. But these days, single flip resets can get read by anyone, even like down in the low champ ranks. People are hitting flip resets these days. So doubles are probably just around the corner, like when they're going to be happening consistently at the pro level. And speaking of pro level, what's your like formula? I guess you mentioned what was called 6-mans and doing 2s and 3s ranked and things like this. Is there anything else that you're doing to try and move into competitive like teaming with anyone?
On literally 6 months is like the best way, I'm pretty sure, because like if you get higher in the ranks, you play with people who are also at your level, who are also really good. You team with them, and then you obviously, if you get higher and higher in 6 months, the better teammates you'll get, right? And then you'll get a better team. So it's just yeah.
Have you had any like teammates, or have you had any teams that you've had good runs with? Because I was trying to see you. I don't think you have a Wikipedia page made for you yet. Somebody's probably going to make one. The Rock League Wikipedia people are awesome. But yeah, I did find some results. Like if you search your name, some tournaments come up, nice cactus tournaments and things like this. And I saw one of the more recent ones. I was like, this is just brilliant. I mean, it kind of shows your personality as well as your the fact that you're playing Pro 3s. The team was called, correct me if I'm wrong, was it 5 arms, 6 legs?
Yeah.
Like, this guy is such a troll.
Yeah. I had to have that name. It was just too good of a name.
It's pretty good. 5A6L. I can see it in the scoreboard. The abbreviation is just amazing. But when people first hear it, they're probably thinking, "What on earth does that mean?" But then they find out, they're like, "What it mean?" They never expect that this is what it means. It is actually true. So, are you going to try and do that? Make that a pro team?
Yeah. No, I kind of now I'm playing with a team called Milkmen, which is but like that 5-arm 6 legs will come back because I got a few laughs in ranked about that because
it's so good.
Just playing with my teammate and just like you just see the name 5-arm 6 legs, like what is that team name? Like,
then you see one of them's got a Twitch link. You go there, you're like, oh, that's why. That explains it.
Yeah,
we just got destroyed. Oh my goodness. That I think it's really cool. I mean, the fact that you're putting yourself out there and you're making content now, streaming, and just being a personality in the Rock League scene is it's great because I think you've got potential to be a phenomenal player. Just first time I saw you play, I was like blown away by what you're capable of. But on top of your own individual potential for what you could do in a pro Rocket League setting, like it's just really cool to see. For all of the kids who are probably thinking, "Oh well, Rocket League, can't play that game. Not playable. With one hand." But you've shown it is, and it's not just playable like to a low level, playable to a high level. So, true inspiration. But do you realize that, or is it just because it's become so normal for you? Do you just has it hit you yet the impact you can have?
No, it's still not. I just go on as my day normally. Like it's normal. Everything is normal for me. Like so, anything you do is normal. But then you get DMs from people saying you're an inspiration to me because I've got one arm. So like, kind of hits different. Like, just kind of makes you feel, I don't know, good. I guess I don't know what the word is. Like,
oh yeah, that sounds about right. Man. Yeah, it should definitely. It's amazing. Sorry to interrupt. I got a puppy delivery. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I can see that now.
Yeah.
It's just a puppy stealing the show.
Tell everybody to sub. How can you guys look at those eyes? And I mean, you need to realize that I don't have a job anymore, and this dog needs to live. Just kidding. All right, buddy. I love you. Go ahead. Mwah. Sorry to derail the conversation.
I think it was reaching a good it was a good tangential moment anyway. Yeah. But Ashllxyy, tell us more about you about your your everyday life. What are there difficulties? We talked about like what's difficult with Rocket League, wall dashing. But what challenges do you face in your everyday life without a second?
The main problem is just bringing my drink and my tea up at the same time. That's a killer. Like I can't. That's just everything I need. I just need an extra arm just to grab my cup, and that's it. Like yeah, there's nothing else to it. There's holding two things at once. That would be brilliant, to be honest.
True.
Oh man, you've got such a brilliant take on all these questions. They're probably really dumb questions that you've heard a million times, but this is fantastic. Have you thought of trying? Well, maybe. So you want to get like a glass, right, of water and your tea in a cup. Yeah. So this is weird, right? Because I don't really like doing this, but maybe you could drink water from a cup as well, and then hold both of the cups.
No, wait. I was on about take food, like end of the day meal.
Dinner.
Holding
a cup of tea, because you're from the UK, so it's like tea, cup of tea.
No, but tea's both.
Okay, what you could try. I mean, this is something that I usually do just because I'm stupid. Is I'll just balance my dinner plate. On top
I've tried that, but that's not gone well a few times. That's just I've got a glass of milk. I'll be on the stairs. No, it's gone now. It's just spilled over the carpet. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a risk. It's a big risk. I've made a lot of spillages in my life. Live on the stream actually many times as well. So don't take my advice.
Live on the mixer.
Yeah, I've done the same mixer I'm using right now. I don't know how it's working, but yeah, don't take my advice on that. Is that the only thing? What about sports? Because I know some sports you can probably compete just fine, and other ones are going to obviously be more difficult. But are you interested in any sports, or do you have other hobbies outside of Rocket League?
I play football and quite often, but obviously now because you can't play football, I've not been playing recently. But I do play football quite a bit with my mates and stuff, and with a team. And then I just play other sports generally in school. Like I can do most sports pretty well. I don't know. I'm not to be arrogant, but I'm pretty good at most sports, to be honest.
Yeah, be arrogant.
No, I'm not. Nah. I'm to a decent standard. I'm above average in most sports, I guess. Unless you need two arms, I guess. Cricket bat, can't do that. Can't do cricket. I'm terrible at cricket.
That's okay. Cricket's lame, right, chat?
Yeah,
there's probably some cricket fans in chat somehow. I've never been that interested in cricket personally, but
I'm good at rounders though, because you only need one arm for that. But
you just absolutely smash the ball, then throw the bat away. Like don't run around. Rounders. Do you guys have rounders in America, Matt? That's like our version of baseball, I suppose, in the UK. We just call it rounders.
What does that mean?
Well, that's just what we call it. Well, it's pretty much is it baseball?
Isn't baseball a round bat though? Isn't
baseball have a bat? Yeah, and rounders you can kind of just like play with a bat or a tennis racket or anything. Really, it's just like, okay, what have we got? It's
what's the ball? Is it like a tennis ball? Do you use a tennis ball for the ball?
Yeah, tennis ball. I've seen people use more plastic. Like I've seen people use the more cricket style ball.
Yeah, it sounds like scuffed baseball to me.
Yeah, it is scuffed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think it might actually just be scuffed baseball.
Yeah,
it literally is without the protection.
Yeah. Okay. We do have like softball, which is like a bigger ball version of baseball. Which when you get older or whatever, like there's like beer league softball where you go play. There's also like a kickball version where you like take like it's like I don't know, we call it a kickball, and it's like a ball that you would play like. Do you guys have Foursquare? Do you play Foursquare? Do you know what that ball is?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Jesus, this is hard. Like a dodgeball, kind of like those red balls.
I think I've seen it on Simpsons.
Yeah, you probably have. And then instead of like, then you roll it, and it's like baseball or rounders, but you're kicking instead of batting.
Yeah, I've played that before.
It's so funny because when you play that game, like you play in a beer league or whatever, that is the game with the most like just like try hard assholes that get so mad about everything. It's like all these people that couldn't make the cut in whatever sport they're in, and now they're taking kickball super seriously, and they just get so mad. So mad. I
think that's just America, to be honest.
Well, true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The UK is never mad about anything.
I think I think UK is just very indifferent about everything. They're just like, no, I don't have emotions. Get away from me. No, we don't. No emotions are allowed. You're not allowed to feel happy. You're not allowed to feel sad. Nothing. There's just emotionless. America's it's all about that positive vibes, though. I think for the most part.
Yeah, it's all about the positive vibes, isn't it? Yeah, that's all. Yeah, they're all about that time. Like they're always positive. I don't know, it's weird. Like in England, everyone's miserable, but then you go to America, everyone's like really positive. You go into a shop and they're like welcoming you. I'm like, what? Like you don't get that in England.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen all those clips recently of people like, yeah, I'll put a mask on. This is awesome.
Yeah, they're very independent. Very independent people. Where have you been to America, Ashllxyy? You said?
Yeah, it was when I was younger, but yeah, I've been to Florida.
Okay, I've never been to Florida. Matt's probably been to Florida. You been to Florida?
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably the worst state.
I heard it's like sweaty.
Oh, for sure sweaty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hot.
It's extremely hot. Yeah. There are some good parts about Florida, but just overall, probably the worst state, I would say.
Overall, the worst state.
I think so, yeah.
Wow. That's some.
Man, it's got Disney World. It's got Disney World. That's brilliant.
Yeah, California has it as well. California has Disney as well. So does Paris, actually. Yeah, I haven't been to the one in Paris though.
I've been to the one in Paris. Yeah.
Really?
Went with my girlfriend's family. We were just escorting her younger sister to all of the rides. She wanted to go on everything 20 times, so that was pretty fun. Disney's losing all the money now with COVID, but maybe after they're going to be back swinging. Where's your first stop after COVID is done, Ashllxyy? Where's the place you want to go? Do you do a lot of traveling with the fam?
I do want to go on holiday, but I honestly don't care where, as long as it's like decently hot, like and not too hot. Not too hot though, but it's just got to be nice weather.
Mm-hmm. So whereabouts in England? You're from England. Where are you in the country roughly? If you want to say
Manchester, I would say Greater Manchester. Greater Manchester.
Yeah. That's wide area enough. Yeah. Greater Manchester. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's somewhere, you're kind of halfway north, halfway south.
I knew Kieran was gonna pop his head up. He's a Manchester boy. 0161 gang shit.
0161. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, yeah, chat. If you've got any questions, because I know a lot of people will want to ask questions, type them in chat. We'll try and read them out when we can. But
how often do you stream right now?
No, that's a ropes question. I've not streamed in about a month. I don't know
really?
why. Yeah. I need to start again. But it's like the longer you go without streaming, the long it gets harder to stream. I don't know why.
Man, you're in the spotlight right now. Get the bag.
Yeah, I need
the bag,
stream.
bro. Go live.
Yeah.
You gotta get the bag.
I think I mainly just stopped streaming because when I was streaming, I wanted to play ranked 1v1, but when I was streaming, because I had some background at what was messing up my performance, I was getting like 140 FPS, and it felt terrible compared to 250 normally.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stopped streaming because of that. But I think I fixed it. I think I fixed the problem now, but I should start streaming again, to be honest, because Yeah,
you just got to do it. I mean, a lot of I know a lot of people when they have exactly the problem you've got, where you do a bit of streaming, then you just go a while without streaming, and it becomes harder and harder to go live.
Yeah.
Is it at all? Because I've heard some people say this to me. Is it because you're thinking, okay, I better have something good, when I come back to stream, because I've been going for ages, so I better be good. It better be like a really good stream.
Yeah, better be presentable and stuff like that. You need to have a perfect hair. You brush your teeth, do everything. Like beforehand,
go above and beyond. Brush, brush your teeth. Go above and beyond for the stream.
You do like 5 times. You do like 5-10 minutes before the stream. You need to put deodorant on, even though they can't smell you.
Yeah, nobody can smell.
Aftershave. Yeah, everything. You need to present yourself very good.
But yeah, I think the key is just to go live. A lot of people they just don't want to stream unless it's pristine content, but actually just going live and seeing what happens is very often pretty good. Like I've gone live many times thinking, I've got to stream something tonight, but I don't know what I'm going to stream, so I'm just going to go live, see what happens. And I've had great streams, like when I really don't feel like streaming, just because things happen. I mean, Twitch is a pretty weird and
Honestly,
wonderful place.
I'd love to stream with no face cam sometimes, but it's kind of hard to, if I stream without it, I feel like I'm not. If I have one arm in the title, there's no proof with all that. It's I don't know.
You gotta
I feel like I have to
prove it, man.
webcam. Yeah,
That's
You
the dilemma, right?
yeah,
At the very least, you should at least record some videos and have somebody edit them, and put them up on YouTube.
yeah. I do need to start recording.
One-armed road to Grand Champ or something like that. Like that's a banger series in the making right there.
Yeah.
You would crush it, absolutely crush it.
Yeah, I need to do that, but it's like just about how I need to. Obviously I need to do all the editing and stuff like that. I just feel like I just rather play the game without recording. I don't like. I feel like, do you know when I play, I sound like I have a speech impediment when I'm talking because I'm playing with my chin. So like,
yeah, you're holding the controller and you do talk at the same time when you answer questions. It's
but I will. I was thinking about doing it like a few weeks back, but I kind of just. I don't know, because of school I had to do revision and stuff. But yeah, I just didn't have time.
So it feels more like work when editing becomes part of the process as well, right?
Yeah,
it's not motivating.
No, editing is pretty easy. It's just a 1v1. You just need to do the cuts right, and that's about it. But like it's just having time for one when I can be bothered, because I don't want to do it when I'm very bored and not bothered to record. I want to actually make the video to a good quality. And and when I'm not tired from revising or doing my work at school, because schools, for some reason, but ever since I've gone back after school, I'm so tired because it's like new. It's not new. It's like going back again.
Yeah, true. Have you thought about trying to find an editor who just wants to help you out with the content side of things and put things together from your stream? Because if you just stream it, and then they can edit bits from your stream into videos. That would probably be the easiest way.
I've got a guy who can do it for me. He'd already said he could do it for me. So
nice. Yeah, that seems like the plan. And then just go for the maximum clickbait title.
Yeah. How to get SSL with one arm, beating apparently Jack Khalid.
Yeah, beating Khalid with one arm, being apparently Jack with one arm. One arm. Just like as soon as you get those games, you're like, right, here it is. If I can get this win, that's 100,000 views right there, easy.
Yeah.
So,
this is the sound of one hand clapping and then insert the player name. Oh, Khalid. This is the sound of one hand clapping. Apparently, Jack.
That would be a brilliant celebration for you, actually, because I can't do it the one hand clap at all. But if you did this, would be like
I've never practiced that.
You've got to learn how to do that.
Yeah,
it's like I think you got to flop your. Matt can do it, right? Yeah. You got to flop your wrist and hit it up.
Your palm. You take your palm, but
your palm up. I don't know how to do it really, but that would be like the celebration. You just you just got one hand claps. Yeah. That's right.
Sounds a little too much like fapping, though. That's the main problem. That's the main problem. I think I just got a bunch of TOS reports just now doing that live.
Yeah, probably that's a good point from Silent Fire Bubble. Probably the entire chat right now just try to do that at the same time. It's one of those things I can do that. Let me try. Oh, I can't. Oh well. So yeah, that's the play. Just get on that content grind. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, this is my opinion, obviously, but I don't think I would be too worried about proving that you're playing with one hand. I mean, there's always going to be people who say, "Nah, he doesn't play with one hand." And you're like, well. First of all, why would you doubt? Why is the doubt naturally there? I mean, why, if there's a clip that's got evidence, but yeah, if you just get a good quality video demonstrating how you do it, and then have that as a command in the title and the chat when you're not streaming with Facecam, then that would probably be sufficient, I think, to cover you in that regard. Not that anybody has any It doesn't matter if somebody comes in and doubts. Who cares?
I guess there is proof on the internet if you actually looked it up, but
exactly. There's proof there, but if you want to, if it is something you felt bad about and it is something on your mind, I think that would be a more than adequate solution. Just like a good quality short clip that you can have. I know you've got clips showing how you do it already, but you're it's quite far away, right?
Yeah, far away. It's kind of hard to show.
Wait, what's going on?
I need to. On the YouTube, I need to make the screen big, just my face cam, and just show how I'm doing it close, in depth. That's probably going to be my first video when I do it, how I'll play. And just and play a few once games or something like
Yeah, that's the solution right there.
Who are your toughest matchups in 1v1s, by the way?
I've never beat Khalid. I'm always like 1 goal. I always lose by 1 goal in overtime, or lose by 1 goal when I'm beating him or something like that. 'Cause that always happens apparently against Khalid.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and I'm pretty sure I beat most people. I can't really think of one I've not beat. I've not played Fairy Peak, so I don't know about that. And then,
What about
yeah,
Jarius? Have you played Jarius? He doesn't play that much.
he doesn't really try hard though. But I beat him on PS4 quite a few times. So
Yeah, Jarius rubbish, overrated.
yeah,
Yeah, Jarius in ranked is I don't understand. He tweeted out one time is like when I think it was when Khaled got 1800 for the first time. Jarius was
I've
like,
seen that.
actually, yeah, I'm inspired. I'm gonna get 1800 as well. Then like the
Yeah.
very same day, he's like, nah, I'm getting bothered.
Yeah.
It's like he played 4 ranked games. He's like, nah, not happening.
Yeah.
It's like the Scrub Killer is always doing those tweets as well. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rank 1. Then he goes live and he's like, nah. 1's stupid. I'm keen 2s.
Yeah.
That always happens. Just Khaled. He's the only problem.
Yeah, the only one I've not beat in ranks anyway.
Mm-hmm.
As I can think of, yeah.
If Smug returns, we getting Ashllxyy in? Oh, 100%. 100%. We'd like already confirmed all of the Smug matches for season 1 by the time that Ashllxyy came on the radar for the Rocket League community. Otherwise, we would have been like, mate, can we get you in Smug? Because this is something people have to see. I mean, like, you know, we talked earlier about how you're not just a great player with brilliant mechanics and, you know, a good match for any of the top players, but you've also been an inspiration to many, and I'm sure you could be an inspiration to many more. So, you know, helping you get that platform is a no-brainer. And, you know, I feel like everybody's happy for your growth and wants to see it continue.
Yeah. Everyone's there's no bad comments. I'm actually surprised. There's always that one hater or 1 or 2 haters, people who just chat shit, but
yeah, they just want a reaction.
There actually has been none. There actually has been none, surprisingly. There's been people who ask like stupid questions, like what are very obvious, like I can't think of one on the spot, but it's the stupid questions.
Mm-hmm.
But what are very obvious, like, can you pick up a cup of tea by yourself? Like it's stupid.
I've got no arms. People, and every time somebody asks you that, like, can you pick up a cup of tea without any help? Just ask them, like, well, do you pick up your cup of tea with 2 hands, mate? You're over here, like, trying to, or how are they picking up a cup of tea that they think you can't? Like, what on earth are they doing? That's insane. It's probably going to happen. I mean, as you get more notorious, you know, there's just more comments. So there's obviously going to be more bad comments and more good comments. It's more of everything, really. So just getting used to it is I think, you know, just something you'll get better at as you go. It's good to hear that you don't have.
I don't get affected by it. I don't get affected by hate anyway. I just laugh at it. It's funny. It's kind of funny, like all the comments. Yeah.
I kind of expected this when I saw that you'd named your team in 3s, 5 arms, 6 legs. I was like, this guy doesn't care. Yeah, this is he's untouchable. Nothing that Twitch comment's gonna say is gonna bother him. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Ashllxyy, we're gonna do what's known as the Widechamp Round, and basically, we're gonna ask you some rapid fire questions, and then we're gonna play a game called Team Demo Ranked as well.
I've heard of that one.
Okay, all right, nice.
Excellent.
Nice. That's good. I can do less explaining. Perfect. All right, so let's start with your favorites. What's your favorite car that you do not main?
Well, I don't even have a main car right now. That's the thing.
Okay.
So,
oh, really? What are you playing?
Octane and Fennec. I'm like really 50 between them. But I'd say, even though I don't have it on my account, Batmobile, because it's just a good car. I remember using it back in the day, being a Batmobile main, but then I don't have it anymore, which is rip.
Oh wait, you don't have a Batmobile?
No, because I moved to PC and you can't buy it anymore.
Yeah, you can't get it. It's a disaster. Stupid. You can't trade them either, can you?
No.
You can't trade them.
Oh, you can't trade Batmobiles.
Really?
Brutal. Yeah,
it's very stupid.
Wow. Are they going to remove? Are they going to remove them from competitive play?
No. If you've got one, you can use it. It's just you can't now acquire one.
That's kind of pay to win.
Yeah, it's if It's
Oh,
one
it's
of the
like
better cars.
be there to win. You know, it's like you had to be there because I mean, you said you had one on PS4. It's just a bit
Yeah.
unlucky you don't have one.
I've heard it might be coming back out in the item shop, but
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, it's I think it's just it'll be a legal like thing. You
Yeah,
know, they probably
licensing.
just
Yeah,
ran
yeah,
it.
yeah,
They
yeah.
probably just like the license expired and they're like, oops.
Yeah.
Like trying to get a new one, but it takes time.
Press 1 in chat if you're an Epic gamer and you don't have access to the Batmobile. Cool. Moving on. What's your favorite decal?
Shisa.
Chisa. Okay. Nice. Favorite boost that is not Alpha Boost?
Yellow Standard.
Yellow Standard. Okay. All right. The poor man's Alpha.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Alpha discount. What about your favorite wheels?
Black Dicey.
I like it. What
Classics.
about your favorite engine noise?
Garib.
Scarab. Nice.
Yeah.
A fellow troll. A connoisseur of mind games. I like it. What do you think of the cat, the Civet, the cat one?
Yeah, I don't have that one anymore since I moved to PC, so that's, I wish I had that one.
Yeah,
I would use that one.
it's very good.
Very good.
I use it effectively. And favorite boost trail?
Laser Wave.
Laser Wave. I don't remember that one. Do you remember that one, Johnny?
I don't
It's just
think
it's a battle pass one. I think it's just like a straight line of just different colors.
Okay.
Like, it's just, I think so. Anyway.
Oh, there's a few like that in there. There's a few of them that are kind of that theme. I'll have to look it up. Laser Wave. I haven't tried that.
Perfect.
I think it's called Laser Wave anyway. It's something like that.
Okay. Cool. So we're gonna move into the team demo ranked portion of the show. Just a quick reminder, and for anybody in the audience who hasn't seen, we're gonna give the name of a team. Ashllxyy will choose one player from the team to team with, one player from the team that he would like to demo, and one player that he would enjoy some ranked games with, and explain his answers. So that's how this works. Johnny, you can kick us off.
Yeah, we're gonna start with a spicy one. Let's go for Team Dignitas.
I knew this one was coming up. So right, straight off demo Violent Panda.
Oh,
because and then I'll team with Jack and play ranked with Joyous.
Whoa, that was like you were almost given a reason there for demoing Panda, but you backed out. What's going on there?
I feel like his playstyle's boring, so I feel like yeah.
You're coming for his spot, maybe? Is that like you're thinking? Okay,
no,
Jack,
I can't replace that. I can't replace that. It's too boring.
Oh man, I can't believe we've got a new rivalry out of this. So I'm sure Jack was going to catch a demo there, but apparently not. So okay, how about we have to always ask this because it's like the benchmark setter. So vitalities next.
I demo K'd up because he's toxic to me in rank sometimes.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then he was like when I got him in the game. Yeah, he's just one of them. I was on his team and just like, I couldn't understand it because I think it was in French, but I translated it. It was like, "What are you doing?" or like something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, he just typed in French.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, and then I probably team with Fairy and then play ranked with Alpha.
Yeah, I think that's a fairly standard answer, Matt.
It is.
Fairy team.
Yeah,
very standard.
It's either the fairy team is standard. Demoing KDAP or Alpha just depends on the person. One of them is usually catching a demo.
But this is spicy though. We're actually getting some real callouts here. I'm gonna be surprised. I don't know if there will be ad specifics for this one, but let's find out. So let's go across to our other metric setter, NRG from the US.
This is a hard one. I'd probably demo Squishy, play ranked with Garrett, team with Garrett, and play ranked with Justin.
Demo Squishy, team with Garrett, ranked with Justin. I think that's the standard, actually.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the standard. The classic. So you got the classic with the tough answer.
Yeah.
What about SSG?
I'll Arsenal, demo Arsenal.
Oh,
I think he's
interesting.
I think he's just a bit cringe, honestly. I'm not saying anything. He's a bit cringe. And then, I probably play ranked with Typical, and then team with Rettles. Is it Rettles? Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Rattles like petals. That's brilliant. You're starting off with demos hot out of the gate every time.
Yeah.
All right, let's do. I think chat wants another one. Let's just go one more. SRG chat have been asking as well.
It was like Khalid,
Khaled,
Ahmad.
Senzo.
I'd probably demo Senzo, play ranked
Start with a
Ahmad.
demo again. Every time.
Yeah. Just get the bad bit out of the way, and then I probably play ranked with Khalid and team with Ahmad.
Oh,
Team with
interesting.
Ahmad.
Yeah.
So what's the theory there?
Because Khaled's just a rank sweat, so you just get my rank up. Free boosting.
That's clever actually. That's true. Yeah, Khaled would definitely be the rank 1 guy. So I think that probably rounds out for team demo ranks. We didn't get a hot take yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's last question is what's a hot take that you have that most of the RL community would disagree with? Is it that you need 2 hands to play? Is that a hot take that you disagree with?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I can't really think of one.
You can just use that one if you want.
Yeah, I'd use that one. I don't know. If this is like Garrett's the best player in NRG.
Okay. Yeah. That's probably I think that's probably an unpopular opinion because most NRG fans will go Squishy or Justin. Squishy because he's the most popular. Justin because he's the usually
Really, people think Squishy.
Oh yeah, well Squishy's got a ton of fans.
True.
So like whenever people used to ask me who's the most overrated pro player, I would say, well, it has to be Squishy because he's got the most fans. So if you've got the most fans, you're probably the most overrated. Just like I'm the most overrated caster because more people are probably wrong about me. So it's like if you have more followers, you're more overrated, I'd say. But yeah, it's not like he's bad or it's never because he's bad. Who's the most overrated? Like it would have been Jazer, most overrated Rock League player back in the day. Jazer had the most subs, so it'd be probably Jazer's most overrated because he's got a bunch of people who think he's like the best
Musty
player.
gets loads of hate because he's on an RG and he's classed as a pro now. Like, everyone thinks he's a pro when he's not.
Musty's like in a bit of a weird kind of place because he's almost too good to be a content creator now, but he's not good enough to be a pro. So he's in between. He's undecided which way he's gonna sway towards.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's a pretty comprehensive Widechamp round.
Yeah, it did excellently. Where can people follow you?
Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. It's I don't know how to say my name. Like, everyone says it differently. I don't like people. If someone typed it in, they won't find it. So it'll be Ashllxyy. Yeah, that _RL, and that's literally for my Instagram, Twitter, and Rocket League. And then my YouTube is just Ashllxyy, like with
the no RL.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 L's, X, 2 Y's every time.
Yeah, but I would want to rebrand to Ash, but the name's taken in every.
It's got mega taken. It's probably like taken by
RL.
people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ash _L, X _Y. It's pretty cool. It's a good name.
Ash, but yeah.
Yeah. What does chat think? Do you think the rebrand is needed, or do you like the Ash _L, X _Y? Ones if you like it, twos if the rebrand is necessary. But yeah, thanks for linking as well. People linking Twitch and Twitter there.
Perfect.
Bit 50-50 Billy things, chat, or like on the fence.
By the way, I'm not sure what your plan is for the rest of the night, but if you're interested in going live, we could just easily give you this host.
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah, I might actually go live. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, you're gonna do it? Amazing.
The mad lad. Do you happen to have quacks in your
Huh?
Have you ever seen Corelli's stream, or do you know who Corelli is?
I know, I've heard, yeah.
Well, yeah, one time, actually, I rated him yesterday as well again, and he's got a 300 channel points redemption thing that makes a quack noise in his audio.
I've got one of them.
You do?
You do? But it's like, I've got it pretty high because I I do not want to be. It's like jump scares and stuff, so I'm not having that.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
oh, you've got like 2K.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm
jump
not
scares.
having some mad noise in my ear and while I'm playing Rocket League. Yeah.
Yeah, Corelli gets absolutely spammed with it because he set it at 300, not realizing that you get 300 channel points when you follow.
Following,
So when
yeah.
people follow him, they're just like, cool, I can quack now. They just don't do it.
Yeah.
People are going to need to save it up a little bit before they can jump scare you at the worst moment. Overtime against Khaled, they're going to hit you with it.
Yeah. The door knocking, that one's got me a few times.
Wait, you've got that? You've got the door knocking?
No, it's so real. It feels so real. Like,
why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know. I didn't set that one up.
Oh, that's terrifying. Yeah, the door knocking is totally real. I'm sure chat knows, or a lot of people know it, the one we're talking about. It's like usually just like attached to a GIF of something completely random, and then you'll just hear the knocking. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, looking behind me. I
don't have a door behind me. What's going on there?
No, but then it sounds like someone's knocking on my window, which is right next to me. So like, scared. I don't know. The door knock sounds like a window knock sometimes. Like on the left side of my ear, it sounds like a window, and then on the right side's the door where my door is. That's weird.
The door knock is terrifying. I can't handle.
I should have said that now because everyone's gonna be door knocking me now.
Yeah, I'm gonna save up. How much is it? 2K points. I'm gonna save up for that one. But yeah, 2K. I think. Oh no, I think it's 4,500. Realistic something. That'll be
that'll be it. Yeah. That's probably why it's so high because I don't like that.
So that's the target. Just had to let chat know.
Discord call notification is the best one. Seen it on a stream. That sounds awful. That would trigger me so much.
Oh, that'd be so annoying.
It'd be annoying for the viewers.
Why is it not Skype? Like, I feel like a Skype phone call would be a brilliant one to have as a troll noise. You're just like in the middle of a game and you get Skype called.
I don't use Skype, so.
Oh no! Nobody uses Skype, but back in the day, it was like the OG, like program for comms, and the ringtone. Do you know it? It was really like it's embedded in my brain.
No, I've never. I feel like it's like a raindrop dropping. But
it's like boom, boom, whoop, wing, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Boom, whoop.
I would have heard it before. I would have heard it before. But,
yeah, you should go ahead and get live. And we'll
raid you big time.
Let me. I'll start my OBS.
Hell yeah, brother! What I'm gonna do actually, chat, is I'm gonna put it on a starting soon screen. We're gonna bop those tunes, get our cat jams up, and we're gonna raid Ashllxyy with a fearsome intensity that has never been seen before.
For his first stream in a month.
We're gonna knock on many doors, all windows.
Save up some channel points.
We're gonna call him on Skype.
Hey man, it's been a pleasure having you on here. This is extremely interesting to hear everything that you've said. Basically, you're a really cool guy. So I'm gonna continue rooting
thanks for having me.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Keep grinding, keep working hard. You're gonna go great places.
Thank you, man.
That's going to do it for the Ashllxyy episode. If you'd like to check out another episode, I suggest you check out another Ones Player episode. Enjoy this episode. This is an early episode of the Saltcast, apparently Jack. Enjoy that episode next.